Hi grade 2, welcome to Math with Mrs. Miller. Today we're going to talk about adding on a hundredths chart. And this is a strategy that really works for me when I think of numbers that are really difficult to separate those tens and those ones, especially when I stack it and I realize that my ones are actually bigger than 10. And then I need to think of something called regrouping. And that's something that we're going to do at another time later on in the unit. But right now, we're really focusing on using these strategies that, like the hundredths chart or counting on. So let's take a look at our first equation, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use the hundredths chart, and everyone should have one in their Math Focus workbook, right, using remember our last unit when we colored that one? So you have that one with you. Some of you also have them in your pencil cases, or you can also print one off, okay? So here's my hundredths chart. I'm going to start with the equation of 32 plus 29. And I know that if I stacked it on top of each other, I would know that 9 and 2 are not as easy to put together because I'm going to have more than 10. And then I'm going to need to join them up with the tens. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my hundredths chart. So I'm going to start at 32. So I start at 32, and I know that if I'm adding 29, I'm just going to start off with my tens column, the 2. And when I'm adding 20 to something, all I'm needing to do is to go down 2 steps, because each step down equals 10. 1, 2. So I've added 20. I have 9 left over that I need to add. So all I'm going to need to do is to go and add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So altogether, my answer is going to be 61. There's also another trick to that. So if I go back to that last step and I still need to add 9, 9 is really close to 10. Remember how our friendly tens? If I just added 10, it would be 62. But I'm only needing to add 9, which is 1 less than 10. So I just move back 1, and there's my answer. So that's another little trick for you. Let's try our 75 plus 16. 75 plus 16. Not as easy to stack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at 75, I'm going to start at my bigger one, and I'm going to add 16. So I find my 75, I add 110, because I only have 1 in my tens column, and I need to add 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My answer is 91. I'm going to show you a separate trick for this one as well. So 75, I've added 10, so I'm at 85. If I need to add 6, but 6 is really close to 5. So if I just added 5, I know that I can jump all the way to 90, and I just need to add 1 more, which is 91. So I don't have to count every single one. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take these 2 equations and try them on your hundredths chart. Write them down on your whiteboard. Try them on your hundredths chart to practice moving yourself around the hundredths chart. Okay? And your assignment today is going to be to work in your operations with number booklet and continue to do about 15 minutes just to give you a little bit of extra practice with your addition. Okay, start from the beginning. And remember, the answer key for this one is on Google Classroom. So you can go and check your answers. If you have any questions, you make sure that you stop into your teacher's office hours to have those questions answered for you, and we can help you work through some of those questions. Okay? All right, we'll see you next time.